How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the long-awaited revival of the tutorial series. So we're coming back with a bang, though. We are doing a very popular level called Decode by Wreckage, which is arguably one of the most popular 1.9 levels. And this is kind of like a rite of passage. You know, I feel like this level is so important to play and beat just because it tests a lot of very important skills. And it's a pretty challenging, easy demon. It definitely will make you better at the game. It tests some wave. It tests some flying. It tests some UFO with a lot of portals, so you know how to read UFO sections. Yeah, it's pretty crucial to your skills in the game. So let's give it a shot. I spent a lot of attempts on this when I was learning this back in the day, and it's a great level to get you better. So yeah, first off, there's not really much that you got to know. It's mostly just don't hit the jump orbs that have the X's through them, clearly. Now, the flying section here, you can't actually land on those, even though it looks like you can land on it. So, like, for me, I can kind of click and keep myself straight really easily by just kind of, like, straight flying in a way. It's a very difficult skill, though. So what I recommend doing is just kind of counting your clicks and clicking as few times as you can. So, like, I'll show you my clicks, like 1, 2, and then on the second one, kind of lift yourself up, like 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, and, like, just go slow on your clicks, but, you know, try to have a little bit of control. If you are confident in clicking a lot, you can really, like, keep yourself straight like I did. You can click slow, though. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, like that. Click slow, kind of get a pattern. And at first, like you saw right there, I died a few times. At first, it might seem a little weird, but you will definitely be more consistent if you can stick with a similar pattern of doing those slow clicks, instead of just trying to wing it every time. You will eventually get the skills to wing it, you know, like I do. Sometimes I can sight read ship very easily. But before you get to that level, just, like, you know, click as few times as possible and try to retain the same pattern every single time you go through a ship section. Now, the UFO part is interesting because it's a very easy pattern. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, like that. However, some advice, it is easy to click too slow. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's very easy to click a little too slow. So make sure you don't do that. Make sure you're fairly fast on your clicks here. So you're either 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, right? Just don't click too slow. Now this part here, you got to jump on the first slope. So you hit the pink jump orb and then jump when you're near the end of the slope and then hit that jump orb. If you jump too early, you can die. If you jump too late, actually, you can die apparently. So I would say, you know where that little white thing that sticks out is? There's like that white thing that juts out. As soon as you get there, I'm pretty sure you're safe to jump. As soon as you get a little past there, it's a little bit of a marker. Now, this wave part can be pretty hard for some people. It is fairly tight, and wave is mostly just pure skill. Like, it's just one of those things you got to practice. One thing that can help you out, though, is when you're spamming or parts where you're actually going straight in the wave. Like, I could go like 1, 2, 3 like that. I could do small clicks, a little bit out of control, or I could just go 1, 2 like that. So counting actually helps in the wave in certain situations, especially when you're in like a straight waving section. So up, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, 3. And then on the third one, I go up through the fake and then down through there. And then after that, it's just following the arrows. So counting does help when you're straight waving quite a lot. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then up through there. So counting can help you with the wave. The other parts are mostly just, you got to practice it. There's no tips I can give. It's just see the corridor, go through the corridor. That's what the wave is. And that's what makes the wave really hard, because there's no tips to make you really good at tight wave gameplay. You just got to get that muscle memory down, right? Now, this ball part is, I can give a lot of advice here because there are some parts that will really kill you. So here's some advice. The first part here, you can go up early. You can buffer your input on those two. It's not so bad. Now, right here, when you go up to those cubes, if you go up late, you can just buffer your input and you don't have to worry. If you go up early, you gotta wait. So see, I buffered my input there when I hit that cube and I died because I was early. But if you go late, you can just buffer your input 1, 2, and you can just click right away, and it doesn't matter. And it's a much easier thing to go a little late and then buffer that input. Boom, go down. And now this part here, you can just buffer inputs. There's no real trick to that, right? You can just, like, as soon as you start, just click the button 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No big deal. And then when you fall off, hit the jump orb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this part here, you're gonna want to hit that yellow jump orb immediately, and then you're gonna want to just hold the button. So press and hold, because if you don't, there's a spike on that platform and you die very quickly. So all you do is press hold and you'll go down. Press hold, and then as soon as you land, go up and don't hit the fake, hit the blue jump orb, and then hit 2 of those pink jump orbs, and then the rest is pretty chill. Hold, go, 1, 2, 1, 2, boom, boom. And now this part here, you gotta be careful because there are some fakes like that. This part here it's fast paced, but there's actually quite a lot of space. I would say the hardest jump to do is right after there. That's probably the hardest jump because you can't just buffer your input. Like after you hit 2 pink jump orbs and you can't just jump right away because you die. So you hit 2 pink jump orbs, then you gotta wait a little bit and then jump. And that's pretty tricky. The other parts, I think you can buffer a lot. So like as you come through here, you can hold down the button to jump twice. You just got to make sure not to hit the blue jump orb, really. Don't hit the blue jump orb, but then hold down the button. And every time you hit those blue orbs, you just hold down the button. I mean, after this one. So jump, hold, hold. And that's it. You don't got to jump 4 times quick. Just hold, and then you'll jump as soon as you land, and then hold as you're coming down, and you'll jump as soon as you land. And it lines yourself up just perfectly. Jump, click, hold, hold. And that's it. And then hit that. And you can basically just jump right away as soon as you land. There's not really a timing, and just hit the blue jump orb and you're good to go for the UFO. The UFO is arguably one of the hardest parts of the level. This next UFO part. Okay, so actually there is a little bit of a tip I'll give you. I noticed that when I just buffered, you can jump too early and it'll mess up like the pink jump orb. You don't get enough height. So on the second orange or second blue jump orb, just wait a split second before you hit it. Like don't buffer your input on the second one. Just wait a split second before you hit it, and then you line yourself up here. Oh, that was a fluke. I didn't even mean to do that, but oh my god, here we go. So the UFO is all about click pattern. There's multiple ways to do this because there's lots of space here, actually. You can like click once at the beginning and then go, and you just barely make it over. You can also click twice, which is like the safer way. So if you click twice at the beginning, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. It's pretty chill. And then once you're at the bottom, right before you go through the yellow jump orb, you click once again. And then once you hit the blue jump orb, you click once again. So it's like click, 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 click. 1, 2, 1, 2, wait, 1, 1. So it's like 1 going into the yellow portal right before, and then 1 as you go up into the blue, and then it's 3 clicks down. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then 1, 2 once you become the yellow. So you just got to get comfortable with the click pattern. Like these UFO sections, when you get to them, they actually seem really complex and really hard, but they become very consistent though. Like there's one in hypersonic, which is pretty tough, but it's very consistent. It just takes a lot of practice. So if you're not good at it at first, just stick with it and you'll get so consistent at it, it'll blow your mind. 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. Ooh. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that's it. And this part here, there's no tricks. You hit everything. There's no fakes. Jump, jump. And then the wave part, this is just pure skill. I would just recommend finding a pattern that's really comfortable for you to go through there and just sticking with it, you know? There's nothing I can really recommend there that's better than the other. The only thing I can say is get used to at the wave when you do a click, not clicking like inconsistently. And what I mean by that is if I click like that, like 1, 2, you notice how the W looks like a W. It's very easy in the wave to do a second click really fast, kind of like that. Like I go click, oops, like this. I go click, click, and then accidentally click too fast up. So just have a little bit of discipline. Just make sure you're going nice and slow as the wave. Practice the path you got to take. There's various pathways you can take through that section. Like you can click fast, you can click slow, various pathways. This ship part is pretty tricky, actually, like especially for an easy demon. The first part of the ship, there's a lot of room here. Just don't click super fast. And then if you don't click fast, you can get used to a certain click pattern. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And those clicks right there, as I'm going up, I'm not holding down very far the 1, 2, 3, because you are trying to fly upwards, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, this is pretty tricky coming up here. 1, 2, 3. And then on the third one, I recommend like letting go a little bit and then pushing the button to recorrect yourself. So 1, 2, 3, and then kind of recorrecting yourself, but not just holding, because that'll happen if you hold. So you go like 1, 2, 3, and then kind of let go and then press the button and then let go and then press the button again. It sounds weird as I'm saying it, but 1, 2, 3, let go, 1, 2, like that. That's the best way I find. That's the most consistent. So let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, let go, 1, 1, 2. It's tricky. You got to practice that part. It's one of the trickiest parts. So for this ship part at the end, it's auto. You just wait, hold down the button, jump 3 times. This part is just pure memorization. Yeah, there's like no real tricks to this part. Hold down the button, jump 3 times, jump, 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 then wait, which is nice. And then now this part, it's easy to jump too early there like that. Do not jump as soon as you get to that platform. Have a little bit of discipline. You have a lot of time, just wait. And then you just jump up, same pattern. It's like jump once, fall once, jump once, fall once, jump once, fall once, all the way to the top. It is going to be scary once you get here for the first time in normal mode, because you are going to be panicking. But just practice this part a few times so it's second nature. So you have like almost 100% consistency with it, and then you got it. All right, so that's it for Decode by Wreckage. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to be trying to mix in some other difficulty demons as well. So, you know, so there's a little bit of something for everybody, right? Some people are at easy demon difficulty. You know, some people want some other tutorials for harder levels, so I will mix them in. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. As always, peace.